plague against livestock. Go back to Pharaoh. The Lord commanded Moses, tell him, this is what the Lord, the God of Hebrews, says. Let my people go, so they can worship me. If you continue to hold them and refuse them to let them go, the hand of the Lord will strike all your livestock, your horses, donkeys, camels, cattle, sheep, and goats, with a deadly plague. But the Lord again make a distinction between the livestock of the Israelites and that of Egyptians. Not a single of Israel animals will die. The Lord has already set the time for the plague to begin. He has declared that he will strike the land tomorrow. And the Lord did just as he had said. The next morning, all the livestock of the Egyptians died, but the Israelites didn't lose a single animal. Pharaoh sent his officials to investigate, and they discovered that the Israelites had not lost a single animal, but even so, Pharaoh's heart remained stubborn and still refused to let the people go. A plague of festering boils. Interesting. A plague festering boils. Then the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, take a handful of soot from the brick kiln, and have Moses toss it into the air while Pharaoh watches. The ashes will spread like fine dust over the whole land of Egypt. Causing festering boils to break out on people, animals throughout the land. So they took the soot from the brick kiln and went and stood before the Pharaoh. As Pharaoh watched, Moses threw the soot into the air, and boils broke out on the people and animals alike. Even the magicians were unable to stand before Moses, because the boils had broken out on them and all the Egyptians. But the Lord hardened Pharaoh's heart, and just as the Lord has predicted to Moses, Pharaoh refused to listen. Yes, I am. Thanks for joining, guys. A plague of hail. Then the Lord said to Moses, get up early in the morning and stand before Pharaoh. Tell him this is what the Lord, the God of the Hebrews, says. Let my people go so they can worship me. If you don't, I will send more plagues on you and your officials, on your people. You will know that there is no one like me in all the earth. By now I could have lifted my hands and struck you and your people with a plague to wipe you off the face of the earth. But I have spared you for the purpose, to show you my power, to spread my fame throughout the whole earth. But you still lord it over my people and refuse to let them go. So tomorrow at this time, I will send hailstorms, more devastating than any in all his history of Egypt. Quick, order your livestock and servants to come in from the fields to find shelter. Any person or animal left outside will die when the hailstorm falls. Some of the Pharaoh officials were afraid because of what the Lord had said. They quickly brought their servants and livestock in front of the field. But those who paid no attention to the word of the Lord left out in the open. Wow. They left their animals out in the open. Then the Lord said to Moses, lift your hands towards the sky so hail may fall on the people, the livestock, and all the plants throughout the land of Egypt. So Moses lifted up his staff towards the sky, and the Lord sent thunder and hail and lightning flash towards the earth. The Lord sent a tremendous hailstorm against all the land of Egypt. Had there been a storm like that with such devastating hail and continuous lightning, wow. It left all of Egypt in ruins. The hail struck down everything. In the open fields, the people, animals, and plants alike, even trees were destroyed. The only place without hail was the region of Goshen, where the people of Israel lived. Then Pharaoh quickly summoned Moses and Aaron. This time I have sinned, he confessed. The Lord is the righteous one, and my people and I are wrong. Please beg the Lord to end this terrifying thunder and hail. We've had enough. I will let you go. You don't need to stay any longer." "All right," Moses replied. "As soon as I leave the city, I will lift my hands and pray to the Lord. Then the thunder and hail will stop, and you will know that the earth belongs to the Lord." Wow. "But I know that you and your officials still do not fear the Lord God. All the flax and barley were ruined by hail, because the barley had formed heads and the flax were budding, but the weeds of the emmer wheat was spared, because they had not yet sprout from the ground." So Moses left Pharaoh's court and went out of the city. When he lifted up his hands to the Lord, the thunder and hail stopped, and the downpour ceased. But when Pharaoh saw that the rain, hail, and thunder had stopped, he and his officials sinned again, and Pharaoh again became stubborn. Because his heart was hard. Pharaoh refused to let the people leave, just as the Lord had predicted through Moses. Chapter 10. Exodus. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Return to Pharaoh and make your demand again. I have made him, his officials, stubborn, so I can display my miraculous signs among them. I've also done it, so you can tell your children and grandchildren about how I made the mockery of the Egyptians and about the signs I displayed among them. And so you will know that I am the Lord." So Moses and Aaron went to Pharaoh and said, "This is what the Lord, the God of Hebrews, says. How long will you refuse to submit to me? Let my people go, so they can worship me. If you refuse, watch out, for tomorrow I will bring swarms of locusts on your country. They will cover the land so that you won't be able to see the ground. They will devour what little is left of your crops after hailstorms, including all the trees growing in the fields. They will overturn your palaces and the homes of your officials and all the house of Egypt. Never in history of Egypt have your ancestors seen a plague like this one." And with that, Moses turned and left Pharaoh. Pharaoh's officials now came to Pharaoh and appealed to him, "How long will you let this man hold us hostage? Let the men go to worship the Lord their God. Don't you realize that Egypt lies in ruin?" So Moses and Aaron were brought back to Pharaoh. "All right," he told them, "Go, worship the Lord your God." "But who exactly will be going with you?" Moses replied. "We will all go, young and old, our sons and daughters, and our flocks and herds. We must all join together in celebrating the festival to the Lord." Pharaoh retorted, "The Lord will certainly need to be with you if I let you take your little ones. I can see through your evil plan. Never. Only the men may go and worship the Lord, since that is what you requested. And Pharaoh threw them out of the palace. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Raise your hands over the land of Egypt and bring on the locust. Let them cover the land and devour every plant that survived the hailstorm." So Moses raised his staff over the Egypt, and the Lord caused the east wind to blow over the land all that day and through the night. When the morning arrived, the east wind had brought locusts, and the locusts swarmed over the whole land of Egypt, settling in dense swarms from one end of the country to the other. It was the worst locust plague in Egyptian history. There had never been another one like it. For the locusts covered the whole countries and darkened the land. They devoured every plant in the field and all the fruit of the tree. Hmm.
Why she come here and sit